Okay, everyone, we're back now with our class. We are studying comparatives. So take a look, go to your book, page 86, your student book, page 86, and we're going to see comparative briefly and then move on to our workbook. Okay, just take a look here. We saw this last week, but I just want to give you a brief review so that we can all move on knowing everything we need to know in order to succeed in this subject. Okay, I do want to remind you that if you have any questions, please do let me know. I'm here to serve you. So if you have any questions, any difficulty, any feedback, if you think there is a better way of doing something, if you think that I should do in a different way, please let me know. I want to hear from you. Okay, but look here. So we are focusing on comparatives. That's our goal, to know everything about comparatives. And the first thing I called your attention was that comparatives are about adjectives, right? Yes. So everything we are talking about, comparative, we are talking about adjectives or words that convey quality, the quality of something or the quality of somebody. Tall, big, small, large, um, easy, difficult, bad, good, everything. That every word that is a quality we can call adjective, okay? But there are instances when we want to compare. I want to say that this chair is is has more height, let's put that way, than other. And there is a way of saying that in English. For example, I say higher, right? So this is something that we've learned. So let's look here. Basically, what you do when you're doing the comparative, you add the ending er to the adjective. Okay, you add ending er to the adjective. Okay, and here we have some rules. For example, look here. When you have one syllable, you add er. Cheap, cheaper. Look the er here. Tall, taller. Big, bigger. But look here. It seems that when you have CVC, you double the consonant and then you add er. And wide, you have e here. You don't add another e. You just keep the e and you add the r. Okay, good. So this is the first that you have to remember. The first rule you have to remember. You add er. But then there are times when the let me there are times when, you know, it seems that there are times when the word is bigger, right? Now we're going to this one. Two or more syllables. Look, two or more syllables. In this case, you use more. So comfortable, it's a long word, right? Then you don't say comfortabler. You don't add er at the end. What do? You just add the word more. Okay? Important, I think I didn't mention that in my video. That was a mistake, but I want to emphasize here. When you have adjectives that end with Y, in this case, heavy, you change Y to I, and then you add the ER. So for example, heavy, you have heavier. You have pretty, you have prettier. You have, and then, okay, good. Before we move on, good. When the adjective ends with Y, you change it to Y, you change it to IER, okay? Clear. Now, so you have irregular adjectives. For example, good, when you change it to comparative, becomes better. This restaurant is better than, and also for bad. You don't say better, you say worse. This restaurant, unfortunately, is worse than, okay? So don't forget, if you have any questions, please do let me know. But now I want us all to go and do some exercises with our workbook, okay? Okay, everyone. Now we are going to do some practice, still focusing on comparatives. So please go to your workbook, page 80, and we are going to study comparatives. Okay, workbook, page 80. Open your workbook on page 80. Workbook. We are studying lesson B, comparatives. And up front, I just want to apologize for the quality of the scan. I know it's a little bit blurry. It's just that I wasn't able to see that when I took the picture. And only now I can see it's a little bit blurry. I apologize for that, but I think it's not that bad. You'll be able to see, okay? And as we move along, I'll remind you about the grammars and the things that you have to remember, okay, in regards to comparatives, okay? So now let's go to page 80 on your workbook, and let's begin with number 1, okay? Exercise 1, okay? So now you have the conversations here. You have to look at the picture and then write down the correct comparative, okay? So you have 2 sofas here. Number 1, the striped sofa is big. This one here, because of the quality of the picture, you can't see this is a striped sofa, but okay, sorry. It seems that this is the striped sofa. This one is the striped sofa, okay? And then this is the black sofa, okay? So the striped sofa is big, but the black sofa, this one, is bigger. Remember, when you have one syllable words and they are CVC, usually the last consonant doubles and then you add ER, bigger, okay? Good? Okay, so now let's move on. You have 2 stoves here. The gray stove looks good, but the white stove looks, no. So you have the gray stove here, you have the white stove here. So the gray stove, this one here, looks good, but the white stove looks, what's the comparative of good? This is an irregular comparative, so looks Very good. Looks better. Okay. Looks better. Easy or difficult? Not that difficult, right? Good. Questions? Just please let me know if you have any questions, okay? So now, let's go to the next one. You have the white refrigerator and you have the gray refrigerator here, okay? So now, the white refrigerator is heavy, but the gray refrigerator is, and do you remember when you have words that end with Y, the Y disappears and then becomes I-E-R, heavier. But the gray refrigerator is heavier. Okay, good. Questions? Okay, so conversation number 4. The plaid chair is comfortable. This is the plaid chair. But the checked chair is this one. So the plaid chair is comfortable, but the checked chair is, do you remember the rule for long words? When you have a long word, you don't add ER. What you do, you add more comfortable. When you have a long word, 2 syllables or more. Okay? Good? Questions? Just send your questions to me, okay? But for now, let's continue here and go to number 2, exercise number 2. Now you have another exercise here when you have to complete the conversation using comparatives, okay? So now, letter A, which chair is more comfortable? The exercise gives the adjective here. Which chair is more comfortable? The blue chair or the red chair? I don't know, but the blue chair is, okay, what, pretty. What is the comparative of pretty? Yes, very good. Because it ends with Y, you take away the Y, you add I-E-R, prettier. Very good. But the blue chair is prettier. I like the pattern and the color. Good? I do too. Is it, what is the comparative expensive? Is it expensive? It's a long word, more than 2 syllables. So what do? You add more and then the word, more expensive. Is it more expensive? Don't worry about the price. This is a thrift shop. Do you remember the meaning of thrift shop? Very good. Second-hand shop, a store that sells second-hand used items, okay? So this is a thrift shop. Everything is what? What is the comparative? Very good, cheaper. Everything is cheaper than in a department store. Very good. Continue. Right. Well, the red chair is, then the blue chair. The red chair is, remember, so, 1 syllable words, consonant, vowel, consonant. What happened is you double the end, the last consonant, and add ER, bigger. Right. Well, the red chair is bigger than the blue chair. And it's, what's the comparative heavy? The same rule for prettier. Very good. It's heavier. Okay? It's heavier too. I want the blue chair. Okay, let's ask about the price. Okay? Good. Is your difficult? I hope you had no difficulties, but If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, now we are moving to page 81 in our workbook. Page 81, unit 7 is still talking about comparatives. So now let's go to exercise B, unit 7. Okay, now let's take a look. So what is the exercise asking? Look at the ad and answer the questions. Okay, we have this ad about tables, sofas, appliances, desks, lamps, chairs. Okay, so this is an ad. So what do you have to do? You have to take a look at the picture, the ad, and answer the questions. Okay, this is what we have to do. Okay, so which table is bigger? And then you look at the ad here. A kitchen table for 4 people, a dining room table for 8 people. So the answer is, which table is bigger? The dining room table is bigger. Okay, so now let's go to question number 2. Let's go to question number 2 here. And now we are talking about the chairs. Okay, so which chairs are smaller? Red chairs for children, white chairs for the kitchen. So which chairs are smaller? The red chairs are smaller. Okay, good, because they are for children. Okay, that's why they are smaller. Now, conversation number 3. Which appliance is more expensive? So look at appliances here. You have the stove for 200 and you have the refrigerator for 250. And the refrigerator is really cheap. It's a good price. So, but in this case, I know it's still a good price, but according to the question, which appliance is more expensive? The answer is the refrigerator is more expensive. Okay, but easy or difficult? Now, number 4, which desk is older? Which desk is older? I have here the desks. A blue desk is from 2010 and the silver desk is from 2016. So the question is, which desk is older? My answer is the blue desk is older. Okay. Now, number 5, we're talking about sofa. Which sofa is longer? It's longer, right? So now you have the sofas here, a green sofa for 6 people, a white sofa for 3 people. So let's take a look here. Which sofa is longer? The answer is the green sofa is longer. Very good. Okay, good. And number 6, which lamp is shorter? Which lamp is shorter? Look at the lamps here. You have the green floor lamp and you have the black table lamp. So which lamp is shorter? So according to the picture here. The black table lamp is shorter. Okay, good. Questions? Okay, if you have any questions, please do let me know. I hope you got this right, and see you soon.